to expect that you guys would come through the door and somehow magically like leave these in your car.
Oh,
Or
no.
leave these in your car. Okay, all right. Wow, geez. You guys are rough on it. So that's not realistic. It's 2010. All right. How many of you? Let's say this. I'm going to assume that most of you text. I'm going to assume that most of you text friends during the day. All right, and you can agree, but I'm saying most, which I'm going to say is better than half.
It depends on the class.
And okay, but how many of you communicate with your parents during the day with your phones? Okay, so let me tell you something, and I want to start getting into this discussion a little bit. One of the arguments I've heard from parents in favor of having you guys have access to your phones. So again, this is a parent saying, yes, I want Corinne to be able to have access to her phone, is that the parents want to be able to communicate with you guys midday. And even hey, don't forget to let out the dog at the end of the day, and you just check, cool, got it, Mom, thanks. Or, hey, pick up your sister from Lindley Crusoe after school, and okay, cool, got it, thanks. All right. Is that how you guys would characterize a lot of those communications with Mom? Assuming that's not, oh, Mom, I love you so much, thanks for everything you do in my life, have a nice day, all right? And which you should do, you all should do to your moms or dads, as soon as we're done with this conversation, right?
Another thing that I wish I could get out my phone to do is like write on my calendar and write phone numbers down.
So we're gonna get there in just a second, so hang on to that thought, because that
If I have
utility
something to
piece
put on my
is,
calendar like during the announcements, I just do it.
yeah, and I want to, you're absolutely right, so hold those thoughts for just a second. So we've got parent stuff, like I said, for sake of the discussion, we're going to say the friends stuff already happens, all right? Actually, let's get into utility. What are, especially with some of the smartphones, and I'm assuming that most of you guys don't have, you don't have, which one is this? The Voyager. It's got a calendar feature, right? It's got a calculator, all right? And you could web browse on it, but I'm going to guess that if you're in Mrs. Hugler's 4th period history class and she's like, go research the Byzantine Empire, you're not going to be like, B-Y-Z-A-N-T, right? You're going to use the computers. Fair. What other tools are there on these platforms, on these devices that you guys would or are making use of? Camera, okay, absolutely.
You mean like during school?
During
or-
school, and I'm thinking, I'm going to try to shift you towards, but I'm using it for class.
Writing down the homework.
But yeah, like
Right.
notepad.
On a notepad, writing down your homework assignments, all right? And would it be, hey, Hunka Love's this Saturday, so you go in 8 o'clock, Hunka Love on May 1st in your calendar, and note that down when I read it off on an announcement? How many honestly do that for school stuff, or for school, for social stuff with your friends, like
Yeah,
go to Jenny's house for a movie night, or,
yeah.
okay, what else?
I KGB stuff on my phone for
Mhm.
extra credit during class.
That's one of it's like a search engine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like a
well-
text message.
What's the capital of Texas?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you
all right.
just ask me a question.
Well, if you do that regularly, you can pay $9.99 a month and get it unlimited.
Or you could just jump over to the library and it could be free. If you hold the power tool. Ryan?
I usually use the notes application on my phone. I usually use it for calendars, to-do lists, like basically anything you can do in the notes application. I mean, it won't really remind you, it won't really do a pop-up, but I mean, if you remember to look at it, it'll still be there.
Right. These are all positives, and I'm steering the conversation that way, all right? So let's shift mid-stride. What are some of the concerns that you think teachers would have, that some parents would have? Well, hang on before we just rattle them off. Certainly that the administration would have, the school district administration would have over you guys. Let's just say, cool, new policy, you can use them in the hallways, you can use them in the lobby, you can use them in the cafeteria. You could even, let's go way loose, you can use them in